What's up, guys? My name is Michael Kataya. I'm a artist living and working in Museum District of Houston, Texas. I consciously first thought about being an artist when I was 16 years old. I thought that it was probably something I could do or be good at, but I wasn't very good at it then. Uh, just something about putting something on the page that the boundaries were pretty much in your own control. Uh, it was something empowering about that. And as a teenager, I really liked that. So here's a couple of my pieces that I've been working on lately. I think when I just got into art, this is pretty much what I was doing. I was cutting out pictures in the magazines and just drawing on them. It was just convenient for me. And so, I just subconsciously just started doing it again, wondering where it came from, and reflecting back on it now, I remember where it came from. But yeah, just the whole mixed media style. I mean, I'm in love with it. I mean, I cannot paint detail. I cannot paint portraits. I'm just not that kind of artist. So I had to figure out a way to kind of show people what I wanted to say. And I feel like I feel very proud of this collection so far. I think the colors are, I would say I look at colors as material, right? Each one has its own weight, its own light, its own context on the painting. So I like to play with that. When I start making a painting, my thought process going in is I want to create a space, and yeah, I just try to. I just paint what I like, and I'm hoping people get off on it. A lot of people, they frown upon mixed media artists because it's not a lot of brushwork. But I mean, I'm just trying to make cool shit, man. I'm just trying to paint things that I want to see on my walls, and I'm hoping that people like it enough to put it on theirs. So I have two kids, two little girls that I let come over here and scribble on them, and we have fun. We have fun doing it, and to me that's what it's all about. I'm trying to leave something well after I'm gone for them to pick up if they decide they wanted to. And if people get off on that, then that's cool. But yeah, I'm trying to leave some nice memories behind for my kids. That's the whole point of this. Trying to turn them on to something else. Give them a little deeper inside of who their dad was. Yeah. I'm working on this piece right now. I was going to kind of play with it a little bit. So I just recently started painting with these acrylic markers. I mean, I love them. It is they get that look I was trying to get for a long time. And I didn't go to school for art. I'm self-taught, so I learned the process as I go. Make a lot of mistakes, but to me that's the fun part of it. I don't. I think that's a quality in that there's no rules. We're all just trying to figure it out together, right? So Some people are gonna hate it. Some people are gonna love it. Some people are gonna talk shit because they're gonna say I'm not a real artist. Well, fuck, doing what I want to do, having fun doing it. That's pretty much the bottom line. So a lot of these images that I search for images or pics that I think are going to speak to the piece that I'm trying to create, and I will blow them up and I'll paint over them just like I did when I was a kid. Except I didn't have the luxury of printing them this big. I think it's obvious how much love and respect I have for Jean-Michel Basquiat and the whole neo-expressism movement. Just the whole rawness of his style and his, I don't know, it just seems like it's very innocent and honest to me. I really, really admire that. I'm not trying to compete or be the best artist out here. I'm just trying to do my thing, man. I tell people my art is not the best, but I feel the best when I'm doing it. So that's all that matters. And I mean, people show me love. People give me, a reason to keep doing it. So it's cool. I try to keep these pieces raw looking a little bit. I don't like them looking all pretty. I guess it's the hip hop b-boy inside of me. Growing up in the '80s, just that whole raw hip hop graffiti style. I want it to look like it's you can find this bastard on the side of a building somewhere. I was growing up in the '80s. I got involved with a little bit of everything. Got into breakdancing. I was a new waver at some point. Got into punk rock. Got into skating. Did a little bit of everything, trying to figure it out. Trying to figure myself out. Mix of everything. I think that's it's just only fitting that mixed media art kind of spoke to me. thing about trying to paint over print is material's got a gloss to it, so it's kind of hard for the acrylic markers to kind of stick to it. Another cool thing about art is like if you or painting, if you make mistakes, you can always paint over it. So marker's not going to go on there. Have to find another medium. Thinking maybe oil pastels will do the trick. So, growing up, I never really used that word artist. I just don't. Even today, I just don't. I mean, listen, I'm proud to be an artist. I love what I do, but I just feel like that word has just been thrown around so much, and everybody's an artist, right? We're all creators, but I feel that a lot of artists who really like, well, there's a lot of ego, a lot of arrogance behind that. There's a lot of competition, and I'm just not trying to get involved with all that shit. You know. I remember doing my first shows. My art was shit. It was crap, but I took a chance. I still did it, and I wasn't embarrassed by it, the work I was putting out, because it was all a learning experience for me. I would say the cool thing about that is the first people who started going to my shows, that still come to my shows, they've seen the evolution of the work, and they came along this ride with me, watched me try to figure it out. And I think I figured it out. I'm doing what I love, and I mean, shit, I put it on my wall. You know, I'm saying a lot because I'm not easily impressed. Some of the stuff I do is won't know how I feel about it until months afterwards, and I'm just sitting there looking at it, and I'm still feeling it. Really like graffiti, street art. I wish I was had that skill to go out there and do that. I feel like if the city doesn't have graffiti or street art, kind of almost like a soulless city. I'm happy to say that here in Houston we have a nice street art scene. You know, growing up for me, I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do. Like, I've always been a creative person, but I just didn't know how I wanted to or what I wanted to do. I was very shy kid, and my mother, she she put me in acting class, and that, as you can imagine, that just didn't work for me. And that's how I did it. I had no choice really. It just wasn't my calling. And then I got into music, and you know, that was fun. It was just stressful. And then got into dance. That was fun. But I think painting is my thing. I mean, I just everything about painting. I love doing this shit for days. I get lost in it. I lose awareness of everything else going around outside of the painting for me, and that's So when going into one of these pieces, like I don't have no set goal in mind, right? The painting just kind of grows into something on its own. Placement of everything just makes me want to be more organic with it. Sometimes I don't know when to stop. But to me, like none of the pieces are finished. If I had anything to say about it, I'd work on it forever, which is my mistake. I gotta learn when to stop. Stop there for a minute. So I think you all know who this is, right? That's Jay-Z. Okay, this is Basquiat. Uh, this is my homage to him. Make what you love. I'm doing what I love. DDDS is a medical term for designated daily dosages, and contemplation. Just take time to look at it. But yeah, this is my homage to Basquiat. You gotta give respect to the king, right? And yeah, this is another little piece I did a couple years back. It's got a little quote by Pima Chonrong. The ego seeks to divide and separate. Spirit seeks to unify and heal. That quote really spoke to me when I was going through my awakening, so to say. Yeah, this one here I did for a friend of mine. He has a clothing line called #boring, and it's he has a production company called Dreamland Productions. So I kind of mashed it all up together. I feel like it's not done yet, but like I said, I'll work on them forever. Good. And this whole collection here, I'm still trying to figure out what I'm doing with it, but I like where it's going. Yeah, I get people asking me why are all your silhouettes of black people. I don't know. Am I afraid I'm going to offend somebody, or how can I do that? I don't know the struggles and all that bullshit, but to tell you the truth, man, I don't really see people like that. Black and white or whatever. I mean, the piece is called for darker silhouettes. So I mean, this is what I went with. I'm not trying to offend nobody by any means. But then on the flip side, I had one person, this lady asked me a few years back, do I have any black art or black pieces? And I thought about that for a minute, and I was like, actually, I don't. I mean, I recreated a couple of Basquiat pieces. He's black, but I just I thought about that. It's like, well, why don't I? I think subconsciously it's because I don't want to offend anybody, unless I was going to do it right. Like, do the art right, properly. Come up with some dope shit, and I think I nailed it on these. So I think I was saving it for something like this, and I think it came out nice. I mean, shit. If the piece calls for some Indians on there, or some Mexicans on there, I would have done the same thing. So I don't really see people as black and white, or I try to blur out racial lines. I see it as just trying to create a dope piece, and whatever the piece is asking me for, this is what's going on there. So I hope people like it. I did it with love, and I really wanted to do a good job on this. I feel like they still got some work to do on them, but I feel we're going in the right direction for sure. So this is a little bit about what I've been doing, and I really enjoyed you guys stopping by. This has been really fun for me. I just want to say to the artists out there who are starting off, you know, don't worry so much about the money part. No, just do the art. The money's gonna come. Just continue to put the work in and enjoy the process, man. Just have fun with it. If you love to do it, money should be last on your mind. So thanks again for stopping by. You guys can follow me on Instagram at Mixcut Media to keep updated on the next shows and just to see some of the videos I'll be putting out there. Thanks a lot, guys. It's been fun.